A very good evening to everyone. Is it audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible,
Thank,
sir.
thank you. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. Very good evening. Uh, s- uh, I just conveyed the message in the WhatsApp group. I request to all delegates that try to attend live session because live session are the best way to discuss your doubts. You can also learn through recorded session, but the live sessions are here to discuss your doubts and the best way to clarify your doubts. So try to attend the live session for better understanding. So again, welcome all to the second session of this module 2 of this certificate program, and where sir will start continue the session. And today the dates and time handling will be discussed, and data pre-processing will be discussed in the live session. So there are few participants join remaining. Just we are waiting 2 more minutes, and then I request to sir they start the session.
No issue, sir. I'll wait for your signal before I
Yeah.
start.
Yes. Meanwhile, I just convey one information that the program on effective research paper writing is started for registration, and the program will start on 15th of February. The registration is started today, and soon we will share the brochures and registration link to all of you, and you can find on our website also. This is basically a program for research paper writing in two parts. One is for learning purpose, second is for support purpose. So all information will be conveyed to soon. So I think few participants join. So I welcome again, sir, to continue the session without wasting too much time. Yep. Please, sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Amit, sir, for giving me this opportunity to make this presentation before the August audience. And indeed, I feel that data cleaning and data pre-processing, this is something which we need to do every time. Because what I feel that as I have experience with the different softwares and different kinds of data analysis, I have seen that most of the times we are not able to analyze data because there are one or the other kind of coding errors in that, and those needs to be removed. Whenever we are removing the coding errors, it actually means that we are trying to clean the data. And once the data is cleaned, it is free of coding error, then we can go for further with the analysis. So every data whichever comes to us requires may not be analyzable, but every data needs some cleaning, and this data cleaning is a very systematic process, and we have to identify each and every kind of error in the data first, and then we have to go further with the analysis process. And the pre-processing is also linked to data cleaning. Many times pre-processing or the data cleaning is considered as a part of the pre-processing itself. But if we go by the concepts, the pre-processing actually means that we should be able to get the results from the data which we analyze in the way as it is desired. If we want to have the data about age in category wise, then we should have it should be in the categorical distribution. Data needs to be interpreted and it needs to be free from the outlier, then the outliers need to be removed. And this kind of removal and the further genetic manipulation with the data, so that if we get the appropriate results which are having a generalizability, is actually the data pre-processing. Both data cleaning and the data pre-processing, these are the essential parts of the data analysis which we need to carry out before we actually take the data analysis. If we do without it, we'll be having some kind of errors in the data, and we want many times you'll be seeing in this particular presentation also that we won't be able to analyze some variables because they are not properly coded, or they are not having the proper coding plan. So that need to be taken care of. But before that, I would like to take up the time and the date function, because time and the date function is a very, it is of course, I won't say it is small, but it is a function which you, as a medical scientist, will sparingly use, but it needs to be used, and so we should be familiar with it. And where it is finding its application, supposing we are performing some kind of animal experiment study, and where we want to see the response time. And it is possible in the psychological testing also that we have given the some stimulation, and then we want to see the response time, that when the person has started responding. Then at that time we are having a start time and we have the end time. And what is the difference between two? And this difference can be analyzed only if we are familiar with the time function. And similarly, many times we are making a prospective data which we have taken across a very long period, maybe that at a 6 months interval or at the 5 years interval. And those kinds of circumstances will be interested in knowing that how the variations are taking place across the different times, or after some specific number of days. At that time, the date function becomes very important for us. But as I have seen that the date function and the time function, it can be done both in a simple way also, and it can be done in a complicated way also. But here, just because I have to just introduce the topic to you, and intricacies, of course, you will be learning it by yourself as you play with R. And so I'll be taking up the time and date function first, and the to just to so that you may start with it. May I share screen, Amit sir? May I share screen? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir. Audible, sir.
May I share my screen?
Yeah, definitely, sir. Please share.
So here I am sharing again, I'll be comfortable in sharing this particular, is it visible?
Yeah, visible, sir. Perfectly visible, sir.
Okay, then it is fine. Mhm. So we'll be doing with the simple things first, that R is having a built-in function by which it can read the time and the date which is there in the computer. And so how it for that it is having a function sysdate and the systime. And first of all, let's try with the function sysdate. And you may also try it simultaneously with your R consoles. I am typing here sysdate. Take care of the syntax that after dot D is again capital, and it requires an assignment operator which is empty. And then I click and it will be giving me the date. And just see the format in which it is giving me the date. It is giving the year first, and it is year is complete. It is giving me the 4-digit year. It is also giving me the month number, and it is also giving me the time. And this is the format in which R displays in the time date function. In any format it is saved. And if you see, I think we all are having a different way of writing date. Somebody will be writing in this particular manner. Somebody will be writing 24/12/24. Somebody will be writing 24 deck, and somebody will be writing 24 December in this way. But our programs are having the capability that it can read any kind of format and it will be converted into this standard format. And similarly for time also, it is having the built-in function, which is the sys time, and it again will give not only the date, but it will also give, it will not give only the time, but it will give us the time zone also and date also. And we can increase its uh, sensitivity also if we wish. And the sensitivity can be improved by just of typing here the option within bracket digits sex, and then I am just putting here, let's say I put 4 over here. And then again, I copy this particular command, sys time, and let's see what it displays to me. It is displaying the same thing to me because there is seems to be some kind of error over here. It has not taken this particular command over here. Okay, we'll be dealing with it later because this is very common over here. We get some kind of difficulties and we get some problems. But I think yes, the problem is that here I have, instead of options, I have put option over here. That it is very sensitive to any kind of spelling mistakes, errors. Or here, if I put options, it will be making the all corrections over here, and it won't be showing any kind of error, and it will showing me the sys time now very easily. And it is now showing me at the up to the 4 digits after second. So in this way, we can select how to display a particular kind of date, or how to display a particular time of in the number of digits with a particular date. But most of the times what we'll be requiring to put the date in the way we like and to get the output the way R likes. Because R is very rigid, it will say that I can give only in a specific form, only the output can be given. And so what we'll do for that, we have a function within R in the base package itself, which is as dot as date. This is the function which will take care of all sorts of formats of date. Here we need to specify the format. Okay, now I just change the format a bit. I write here 24, and then I put hyphen over here, and then I put deck over here, then I put comma, and then I put 24. And then I put it in the inverted comma, and I wish R to read this as date. Okay, how will be the reading? Now I have to specify to R that what each digit mean to me, so that R can interpret it very easily. Again, I'll be starting with the inverted comma. First is the day or the day of the month, and I'll be denoting it with the percentage symbol with the small d. And this is again a universal symbol for conveying that how the day is formatted. And thereafter, I am putting a hyphen because 24, it is followed by hyphen. And then month is in abbreviation. And for that, I have a code, again percentage small b. And this, if I put capital B, it means that the complete full month would be, full name of the month would be there. And then again, I am putting here, comma, and then 24 is again an abbreviated year because 20 is missing and after that 24 is there. And for that, I'll be just putting again percentage simple and small y. If I put big Y, it means 2024 and small y means 24 only. And then again, I close the inverted comma and I close the bracket. And this is how I can specify the time date function to the R. Yes, please.
Yeah, muted, sir. Maybe
Okay, I thought
that's it.
there is some question. And now when I press enter, it is giving me the date. And now with this, here we need to understand that what kind of different codes are there which R will understand for the date function. If I put percentage D, it means that I want the date over or day over here. And if I put percentage M, this means abbreviated month. And if I put percentage M, it means full name of month. And if I put that sorry, if I put M, then it will give me the number of month. Like for December, it will be giving me the 12. Otherwise, it will be giving the number of month. And if I put there is no and if it is big, it will give me the if it is I put here small b. Small b is the abbreviation for the name of the month. And if I put capital B, it is the full name of the month. And if I put percentage small y, it means that only last two digits of the year. Or if I put the capital Y, it means that full in year all four digits year it would be displayed in the four digits. And so by specifying which digit means what, we can specify the date to the R. And I would wish if you can also try about this. Okay, supposing my format is that I wish to write 13 December. No, I just change the format, which we do not follow at all. December 13, 2024. If I have to write, just suggest me that how should I format this as date? Any idea? This is an exercise for you. And you can take about 2 minutes. It is to be put as date. If you have any kind of difficulty, you can always ask me.
Sir, inverted comma 2024.
Yeah, it would be better if you can put it in the chat box also. Inverted comma 2024, it is okay.
Sir, hyphen dash then 13 dash 24.
You try it. You try it on your R console. You try it on R console. And you have to see the sequence. The month, day, year sequence and the format sequence should be the same. and both should be in inverted comma and separated by comma. Just December is the first, it is month. So the code for month should come first, and then code for day, and then code for year. Shall I help, or somebody is there to help me? Okay, I would just give a suggestion over here that it would start with the code percentage capital B, because first is the December and it is full, and so it has to be it capital. And then we have to give the code for day. For day, we do not have any kind of difficulty, whether it is written in any way. For this, we have the code percentage D, D for day. Is it okay? And then there is a separator comma. Of course, this is also to be included here in the format. And then there is complete year. For complete year, we have the code capital Y. So these three symbols we have to use for making the code for this particular format. I would try to make it to anybody. You just keep on having fun with the R and you'll keep on learning.
Sir, something went wrong with my R console.
No
Instead
issues.
of
You have to get used to it. And
sir,
it will fit.
why it is showing plus before the cursor?
It is showing plus before the cursor because some part of the command is missing. Maybe that you have forgotten to close bracket, or maybe that key some other part is missing. And plus is not an error, but it shows that your command is incomplete. Please add the further elements of to the your command. It is not an error. Okay, I can demonstrate it over here. I am not now putting anything further, and I just click it over here. It will show me plus sign, but this is not an error. It is going to tell you, okay, you forgot to complete it. Now complete the code in the rest of the bracket. And so I am completing it over here. I just copied it and I just put it over here. So I have, again, I can take liberties with R. That key, I'll again press enter and it will show me again a plus sign. As long as it is showing me plus sign, it means that key I have to continue. It is not an error. When error is there, it gives some kind of script also, which tells us that there is error. And now I take this particular code which we devised and I'll be just formatting it because we won't be taking much time on it. How should I? It is the December and then 13, and after 13 there should be comma, and then okay, can somebody tell me if this code would work or not? Now if I press enter, it won't be giving me any plus sign. I'm sure of it. Either it will give me the result or it will give me the error. Is this code correct? It has taken this particular value. It has not given me any kind of error and it has not given me any plus sign. And so the R is saying, thank you very much. You have completed your code. And now I can proceed with the results. And because I have saved it as an object, so I have to recall A, and it will give me the date. And it is telling me that the 30th December 2024 is the date which I was entering. So irrespective of the format which you follow, it will give you the outcome in the standard format. Now let's try another date over here and different format, and let it be the date be 2024 24th December, and this is all. And we do not use this kind of format at all, but it would be interesting for you that it will understand this particular format also. How would I format it? I would be formatting it by, first of all, I have year. Let year over here be just two-digit year. It will be 24, and I am putting percentage small y, comma, and then I am putting the percentage day hyphen, and then I am putting the percentage b over here. So these are the, this is the sequence of code which I'll be using. I'll be putting a slash over a hash before so that it is taking it and doesn't execute it. So if I put, I assemble these in the form of code, I name it as B. B is equal to as date, and within bracket, I put this particular date. It has to be in the inverted comma. And then this particular code, again, it has to be in the inverted comma. Sequence should be same, that there should not be any kind of mistake in the sequence. If sequence is same, the format symbols or the separators I have selected correctly, and then it will make the things easy for us without it. Now, would this code work? What do you feel? There can be two answers only, yes or no.
Yes.
It should work. Do you feel that this is a correct code? It is following all the principles which R is advocating. And if we have this feeling, then I can click enter. Yes, it has taken. And now what B is for us, let's see. B has again given us a date, which is the 24th December 2024. So irrespective of the way we are writing the date, if we give instructions to R is able to understand the date in a very convenient way. And now many times, and it always comes to us that when we are having the two different time points, we always try to know that what is the difference between these two time points. And that is again very easy with R. And we have to simply do it one minus another. Shall we do that? Oh, there is something. I put B minus A over here. What should it do?
Sir, screen not visible.
Screen not visible. I am sorry.
Yeah.
Now visible?
Yes, visible.
Now just see the last two lines, B minus E, and what it is telling, that it is telling me that the time difference between the 2 points is of 11 days. So very easy. If we are having the different formats also to follow, it will give us the time zone, time limits very easily. But in R, we are having another particular option also available, which is the option of diff time. Diff time function is again very interesting, because supposing I am interested in knowing not in days, but I am interested in knowing about seconds. And then what it will do, I'll be just going for the function diff time. Diff time. I don't need to put a minus sign over here. Just I need to instruct which needs to be subtracted from which. And then I have to specify units. What are the units? And the units, let's say it takes the units of seconds, months, it takes the days, seconds, months, and week. And if I want to see that how many weeks apart these 2 days are, then this is the function which I should run. So I'll just clear the console because this is becoming crowded. I copy it, Control L, and it is going over here. And it is telling me that there is a difference of 1.5719 weeks. So this is making a complete calculation for it. So this is how we can handle date function in R. Is it clear? Any questions about it?
Sir, it is clear, but what is the what we implement in research? I'm not understanding exactly how
Yes.
how could it help us?
See, it is having a lot of implementation in the research, but we medical scientists rarely use it. But how we can use it? I can tell it very easily. Supposing a patient is in delirium. I am a mental health professional, so I find very easy to recall these kinds of examples. The patient is admitted in the hospital and the patient is discharged now with the different treatments. Now, which treatment is effective? I want to calculate it on the basis of the number of stays in hospital, and then date of admission, date of discharge, and then the treatment given. And this will give me that idea about how many days the patient has spent in hospital. So here we'll be using the date function. And in psychological experiments also, and if you want to test for the person's speed, supposing you tell the person that on your screen there would be a flash of light, and when the flash of light is there at that time, you are expected to click the letter F on your keyboard, and the flash of light will start time, and click of function key, it will give us the how much fast, how much alert the person is. So it is having a lot of applications in that way. And nowadays, the research is coming that you are having pollution everywhere, pollution all around, and how the pollution is changing and how the symptoms or the stress related with that changing. That how the pollution levels are changing with time and how the stress levels are changing with time. And you can again make a plot of the time and the pollution levels accordingly, and along with that, the stress levels. And so in this way, you can use the date function also. Could I make it clear?
Yes, sir.
And now I would leave an exercise for you. And for that, I would be giving you hints also. And this exercise you can do whenever you are having time in your. For that, you may use the packages. Here I was using the base package, and here you use the packages. Either you use the both packages, LibriDate, and other package you use HMS. And if you need help about this, you can always go to the function library help, or you can use the question mark package name. In this way, you can take help and you can calculate what you have to calculate. If the time format is in like this, okay, first of all, there is year, then there is month, then there is date, and then there is hour, and then there is minute, and then there is second. Is there any package, is there any command which can help you with this kind of format? And can you calculate the difference between the two time points accurate up to the second? This you can do with the help of the Lubridate and HMS. So this would be a sort of home task for you. You can use the packages Lubridate and HMS. Lubridate will take the complete format, YMD HMS, and HMS takes only the hour, minute, second or HMS format only. And just see what are the commands. And day after tomorrow, we'll be having just a 5-minute discussion about it, and then we'll be proceeding further. And now we come to the important part, which is about the data cleaning and data pre-processing. For that, I would again activate my direct package, which is the read Excel, and I would import one particular file. Everybody, please do it simultaneously along with me as far as possible. And now I would recall a file with the name XRCIS, which is shared with you. I would be recalling the page 1 of that. It is having only one page, but when Excel file is there, it will ask me to specify the page also. And what command I should use? Can anybody tell me? We did it yesterday. Read command, of course, will do. After that,
The choose file, choose.
do I need to specify anything? Read what kind of file? Read is something very general. It can read everything, but I want the R to read Excel file only. So I'll type here. And if whenever you are having this kind of confusion, just go for the library help. And it is giving you help or giving an idea in a very shortcut manner. I'll be typing here Excel because I want to I want to read Excel file only.
Lakshmi replied in the chat box.
Okay, in chat box there is a reply. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
read the Excel and in the bracket file that choose.
Yes, there is. Yes, read Excel file choose. Okay, let me try a different command over here. Whatever is written over here, this is correct, except that after closing the bracket with file choose, you have to write comma 1. That is not written over here. So the complete command would be, I just correct it, and you can copy it and use it. Oh, it is not. I'm copying it. Yes, it is copied. And I correct it over here. Try this command. And I'll be using a bit different command from what I had used yesterday. I won't use file choose. I will use choose and then I'll be choosing files plural, an inverted way of the command which you have already specified. And let's see if this works. This also works. So there are two different ways in which I can recall any particular file very easily. I'll be going to the demo, and I know that where I have kept this particular file. I am going to that. I'll be just loading this particular file to my R console. It has loaded, and it is also telling me that it has some names, and few names it has taken liberty of making few names new. And now we'll be starting the data cleaning exercise and why it is required. And this also you will be able to see it very well, that why it is required. That first of all, I'll be just, whenever you load a file, it is always good that you see the names of the variables in that, and you also see the structure of the variables or the characteristic of the variables in that particular file. Because many times we are putting the wrong kinds of characteristics with the different variables, which makes a problem in making any sort of statistical calculation. So first of all, let me see the names. What are the names in the file A? It is telling me that there are different files, which is there's a serial number, UID, and what is this gender? There is a big gap in it, and a lot of this file is starting with 1BP, HDRS, HARS. And let me see that if I can do something. Age, what is age over here? Let me see. I'll be just first step in the data cleaning is always to visualize. And it is giving me a very strange name. Age should be in the numerals, and numerals don't require any sort of inverted comma with them, but it is showing the numerals with inverted comma. And if these are with the inverted comma, it means that I can get some problems with the age. And other method is, which of course is the better method. Okay, I can go for the command which I has used yesterday, fix A. It will show me all kinds of variables in the way these are coded. And I can make modifications also over here. And I can make, I cannot delete any kind of variable from here, but I can modify these very well. So age is having in the first column, I can see that there is something strange. And in the column, in the row 5, I have something missing over here. And in gender, there is a huge gap between gen and der. And how this gender is coded. Female patients are coded as F, female, and M. So this is how we generally code the file. We do not really take care when we are making any sort of coding in the. So either we do it over here if the data is small, but if the data is big, it won't really work. And it needs to be, then we have to have some other methods to code it. Otherwise, let's say UID over here, this is missing. I can put A0 over here. No issues about that. Okay, and it will stay here as A0, and I can close it. But if the values which are to be modified are small or the less, this is okay if we fix in this way. But if our data is very big, like this particular data, which I have already on the console. And how many rows are there in this particular data? Can you count? It is having 24 variables, and it is having 55 lakhs 90,808 rows. This is really very huge data, and by view, I cannot really correct it. So I have to make corrections in the different ways. First of all, I'll be making correction in the names of the variables. Names we have, because whenever we have names with some kind of uh, uh, blank spaces in that, it will always create some problems when we are recalling them. So names, how we can correct names? For that, we have command make names. Names within bracket A, which is equal to make names with the names which are already existing. What does it do? Let's see. I again go to the names A, and you'll see how it is modifying. All the blank spaces which are there, these have been coded as the full stops, or the dot has been put in that, so that it is making the names appear continue. And if some names are again very suspicious, like this dot 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 A, we always need to see what kind of name this is and what is the variable in that. And we can always take help of that. It is some kind of very strange variables which is not required at all. I think if we keep this, it will be creating some sort of difficulty for us in exam, the analysis, because this is not at all a variable. And so what we should do is, after we have corrected the names, we should delete the variables which are not proper or which are not required, such as this particular variable in which there is no value, but somebody has just done a rough calculations over there. So we'll be removing this column. And how we'll be removing this column? Any idea? You have, I hope you have done how to add or remove columns. Can anybody suggest me the code? How will I remove this particular column? I want to remove this particular variable, which is triple dot 18, and I can count that it is 15th, 16th, 17th, and the 18th uh, column is there. So I want to get rid of 18th column in my data, which is A. How will I do that? I would be coding it within the same data. This is A. And I want to remove the column only. So here I'll be specifying that where the particular column is located, which I want to remove. And for specifying position, we always use the square brackets. And square brackets that only takes only two arguments. One is for the columns and one is for the rows. And the first argument before the column would be for rows, and after the column this comma, it would be for the columns. And so here I would specify 18, but here it will take all the, what it is suggesting to the R, that take all rows and 18th column and leave everything else. But I want to do just the reverse. I want to just eliminate the column 18 from all rows. So I'll be putting a minus sign in front of it. And let's see if this works. Yes, it has taken. And now let's see how many, what is the dimension of it? Now, instead of 18, I am having only 17 columns, and I can see the names also of those columns. Now, the name -18 is missing. So in this way, we can remove the different kinds of columns which are not required. Then it would be good for us to see the structure of variables. That all these structures our variables are properly assigned, or someone is malaligned. For that we have command structure str within bracket the data which we want to see. Everybody is doing that? And then I press enter over here, and it is giving me the output. And what kind of output it is giving me? It is giving me the output here. These two things are very important. First is the name, and then it is specifying the characteristic. Serial number is in the form of number, okay? And UID is it in the form of character, okay? But age is also in the form of characters. And if I calculate age, then it won't give me any kind of result. Okay, let's see if we can do this. For that, we'll be removing the NA values also. And let's see. I calculate mean of age. I have not attached the file A yet. If I attach file A, the command will be becoming very simple. I'll be just typing age over here. But when I have not attached, I'll be putting the data name also, and along with that, this particular thing also. And I am asking it to calculate age for me. It is giving me mean for it. It is returning NA because it is not able to calculate. Maybe that there are some missing variables also. So again, I try to remove those missing variables by assigning the command for missing variables. But I do it over here. I do NA dot RM is equal to true. T has always to be in the capital. When I put NA dot RM, I am asking R to please remove all the variables which are having the missing values for me and calculate the mean for the rest of the data. And this is also called as the removal or the removing variables, pairwise removal of the variables. Okay, whenever we are doing the test, the variables are removed, otherwise they are staying over there. And now if I press enter, it is again giving me a failure, that it is telling me that it is not calculable because it is stored as a character only. And then what I do, I need to make it a... Yes, please. Now what I'll do is, so in this way, I will recognize that where the problems are existing with the variable qualities, I'll be just correcting those. With age, it is existing, and with the domicile, it is okay. With the BP, HDRS score, HARS score is also having the same kind of problem. And I would request all of you just try to correct the variable properties of the variable HARS. You would be able to do that. In this also, you'll have to use the same kind of command. You'll be using a dot age. I am coding it within that particular variable as numeric. Instead of character, I am putting numeric, and what that numeric is to be there, I am converting the age only as numeric. Here, and after that, we will see how the structure changes. It says that there are few variables where NA is inserted or the non. But what is now the characteristic of this A slash age? Let's see that. For that, I have a command class. Now it is telling me that it is a numeric, and if I go to the structure command, it will show me that it is converted to numeric. Now age instead of character is number. And now if I calculate mean for age, it should be able to calculate for me that mean is equal to, here, do I expect any result? I don't. It should return NA to me because I have not removed the NA values from it. Mean age NA dot RM is equal to true. Grammar should be absolutely fine. Otherwise, now it is calculating mean for me. I hope by this I could demonstrate to you that what is the importance of correct properties of a variable. Otherwise, your data will be non-analyzable. Now, just let me know that if you could correct it for HERS. After that, we'll be going for the analysis or management of duplicates and management of what we call NA values.
This HARS is also we should do for it.
Yes, RAH, if you see this particular line over here, HARS is a Hamilton Anxiety Rating Scale.
Yes,
And it gives the output in the form of numbers, integers only. And it is showing the property as character, whereas this should be, its property should be either double. Double means to read it as character or as numeric, depending upon what is the requirement, or at least read it as numeric. And then its characters, instead of CHR, it should display over here NUM. Can you do that?
yes.
Please do, and then calculate mean and also display it in the chat box. We can take about 1 minute for it. I'll be converting it to double, and you may convert it to numeric. We'll be doing that two things. Okay, I hear attach, and you see the difference key, how that attach word makes difference. Attach A, I am doing it over here, and it has attached. Now I am calculating mean of I'll be calculating the same mean over here, but now I'll be removing this particular. And one thing more interesting is there that you can keep your cursor anywhere in the command. It is completely neutral about it, and we can press enter and it will give us the result. Here you can see the advantage of attach. I don't need writing $a every time. It is once attached, it is understood that whatever I am asking it to do in A if that particular variable exists in that. So you can see that same output, but different kinds of command. Okay, you do it. Okay, whenever you are having a time at your homes or wherever you stay, you do it. This particular data is for your created for your. This is completely fictitious and created for your exercise only. And now I go to the management of the duplicate and missing values, because these are again two very common problems which we come across whenever we are analyzing data. And duplicate will give us some kind of spurious results to us, and a non missing data again will create problem in the analysis. So first of all, it would be good if we take care of the duplicates, because duplicates might also be having some kind of let's say, there would be some kind of non missing values. I'll be managing those also, whereas I have to remove those with the duplicate. So I'll be saving myself from that particular headache. So after correcting for the variable properties, I'll be going for the management of duplicates. For duplicates in the base command, I have command duplicated. And I'll again save it in the some form of object only, duplicated, and it will help me in identifying which particular values are duplicate. So you also try it in the same way. And shall I share the command with you in the chat box, or you are able to do it? Okay, then suggest me what is the output of this particular command. Is it giving me giving some error, or it is giving me some genuine output? Just play it. Yes, it is giving me a sort of that key. It is wherever duplicate false is there, it means that this particular value is not duplicated. But wherever it is giving true, it means that I have duplicated. Or do you think that there is any kind of duplicate value over here? There is a catch. Duplicate, whenever we give this particular command, it analyzes each and every variable column, and if it finds that all columns are having duplicate value, only then it returns true. If any one column is having the different value, it will give us the false. So is there any kind of catch in this particular analysis? Have I done something wrong? Okay, I again give you a hint to you. I would just go to the names again. At this time, because I have taken A1, I'll be going to the names of the A1. Would not find, okay, that is acceptable. I'm sorry. Here, these are the names. And do you expect that there is some particular variable which will always have some unique value, either in the form of character or in the form of numeral or string? Okay, now I play one more command for you, and that would also be for the duplicated only. A1 duplicated, and here I give u dot I dot d, because this is the unique identifying number or the unique identity. Okay, should it help me in identifying the duplicate values? Now you see the difference between what we have seen earlier and what we have seen now. The last value is glaringly telling us true, and just above this again a value is true, and there is again a value which is coming out to be true. So what does it mean? What wrong we had done? There are duplicate values. It means that unique identifiers are duplicate. The patients have been duplicated. The problem which happened, that serial number for each variable was different. And once this difference has been created, it masks the duplication of all the variables over here. If I write over here, what does this give me now? There is no duplicated serial number. So whenever I have to analyze, I have to see that the serial number and the other such variable which are likely to have unique values may be removed. And so I'll be removing one more particular column from it, which is the first column. And how will I remove that? I'm using this command again. And now I think you will be able to tell me the right code for that. How should I remove that?
A1.
Please share the code in the chat box. It will make easy for others also to know. These are the names. Here, I'll be right in that case, still need A, but I'll be okay. I name it different. I name it object A2 because A is already there, or I just remove that A. It would be good. Now there is no object with me on the R environment. It is missing. And now again, I can use the A only, and I'll be coding it over here. And what I do it over here, I'll be again using the comma over here, and here I'll be writing 1. And is it okay? Any kind of problem in it? I have to remove it, serial number.
Can we add the minus sign?
Yes, minus. If I am not putting the minus sign, then I am not removing it, but I am just taking it with me. And object A not found because it is not. I'll just attach. I have removed it. Maybe that it is because of that. object A2. I'll have to reload it. No issues. I'll be just doing it very quickly. Read. Okay. Capital F is there. It is taking me over here. I am again loading it over here. And now just in one go, I'll be removing two variables. One variable, I know that I have to remove 1 and I have to remove 18. And both I'll be removing these simultaneously. And I'll be using the command. I'll be combining these and I'll be putting the minus sign over here. And it will take care of both together. And now what names I have here in the A. I don't have serial number. I don't have the variable. So it is okay. I can attach A with over. It is okay. We can ignore this particular error or message it is giving us. And now what we further need to do is now we need to take care of the duplicates. So how will be identifying duplicates? Duplicated A. It is giving, now it is very difficult for me to read which particular duplicate I need to, where I need to go. So I'll be using another command, which command helps me in identifying that which particular row I need to identify as the duplicated row. And here I'll be duplicated A. And the number of the brackets I have opened, the same number of the brackets I have to close over here. And it is giving me the value that the row number 48, 57, 58, 80, and 106 are duplicated. So these are to be removed. So how I'll be removing these? Again, I'll be using the same command that I have used to remove the columns. How will I do that? I'll be using A. I'm coding it over. Okay, I code it over here A as A1. And data I have is from, I have to remove from A. And I have just put the framework of command, and you now just tell me the values which I have to put before and after comma. If you know that how we have removed two columns together.
C.
Okay, I'll be just typing it over here. You keep on speaking, please.
C. Bracket open.
Bracket open, then
minus 48.
minus 48,
Comma. Minus 57.
Minus 57.
Minus 58.
Minus 58.
Comma. Minus 88. Minus 106.
Minus 80 and minus 106. And let's see, I hope it should work. I'm just cutting it over. It is just okay, no, because R does not allow these kinds of functions. Whatever we have typed in the console, and just I'll be typing it up to 106 from here. Copying it allows, but I should put it before or after the comma?
After the commas.
After the comma. If I'll put after the comma, it will remove columns for me.
So,
And rows come first. It will come.
rows come first. Yes, yes.
Ah,
If you want to remove row, it will be first.
yes, and it will come before comma. Then it will remove rows. Is it okay? All agree to it? And it should work, I believe. Yes, it has worked. And now let's see how we can compare. What is the do we have to duplicate it in the A1? You can see that R many times is just a common sense. Whether you put minus before C or you put minus before the row name, it gives us the same kind of output. And it is telling that key now we do not have any kind of duplicate values in the A1. So we have got rid of duplicated values. Now our data is, if we see the dimensions, we can come see the dimensions also. Dimensions of, what is the dimension of A? It is having 106 variables with 16 columns. And what is the dimension of A1? From here we have removed some rows also and columns also. It is having 101. It means that 5 duplicate have been removed. Does it mean 5 only? 48, 1, 57, 2, 58, 3, 84. 5 have been removed. So the duplicate have been satisfactorily removed. Now we have to manage the missing values. Missing values are denotes always with NA. And for that, for checking the missing values, the best is if we go to the summary functions. We can take summary of, let's say take summary of A1 instead of A, because A will give us a lot of extra things also. And it is giving me the summary, and it is telling me that for domicile, it is okay, no value is missing, but where the medicine is written, there is one value missing. And HDRS, 3 values are missing, these NA are missing. And pre-stress, per stress, 3 values, there are a lot of missing values are there. And so in each, almost everywhere, there is one or the other missing value. But how I need to manage them? How should I manage those missing values? Now the question is this, and I can again go for that particular statement, only the which command, which I just clean it. Which is dot NA in A1. Okay, I am asking R that please tell me what are those values, which are the position of those values where there is a missing number or missing values there. Should it work? Let's see. Yes, it is telling me that this is 106, 1314, 15, 16. These numbers appear very strange because I have just 101 subjects and I have just 16 variables. So it should not be like that. What it has done, it has counted first for the first column and then first for the first row, second row, third row. In that way, it has started counting and it has given me this particular kind of data that these values are missing. Very difficult for me to know where the missing values are there. And so I can't really go for those. So what I'll do over here, I'll just modify which command over here is dot NA within bracket A1, and I'll be writing array indices. array indices is equal to true. I can write either capital T or I can write complete true over here. And does it make any kind of difference? It tells me that the value which is at the row 1 and the column 1, this is missing, and the value in the row 5 at column 2 is missing, and it is giving me a complete form of this particular chart. I can make it in a tabulated form also. And in this way, it is giving me a better representation once where these values are missing. And I can follow these also. It is like there is in the column 1, there is one value missing, in the column 2, like that. It is giving me the values, and I can now manage these values. And how we have to manage these values? Let's go by the command, which is uh, from here, that it would be very easy for us to manage the values in HDRS, because it is giving the complete data, and we'll be managing in HDRS very easily. And how we'll be managing it? We'll be managing it today. We'll be managing it with the replace command. Let I name this as A2. A2 is equal to replace. Replace what? Replace A HDRS, and replace what is dot NA A dot HDRS. So wherever there is a missing value in HDRS, please replace it, and replace it with what? Most of the times we either impute by regression analysis, or we put mean value, or we put mode or the median. And let's put mean over here. Mean of what? A mean of A HDRS. Would it be okay? Or I have to type something else also over here in this command? It won't give me any kind of output if I just close the bracket over here. It is still the same. It has not given me any kind of output because HDRS mean command is improper. Why it is improper? I didn't give it suggestion that calculate mean only for those which values are present. Missing values may kindly be ignored. So I have to specify NARM is equal to true over here. And then I have to, I need to close one more bracket over here. And then it may give me a proper solution. Now let's see what is the solution. I can see here the first value in A2 is missing. And then after 17, there is one more NA values there. Let's see what happens to those. Okay, these values are now replaced with the mean value 21.2128 155, and everywhere where the missing value is there, you will be finding this number being there. So in this way, you can manage to remove, or you can impute the missing values. Alternatively, if you are really fed up that there are so many missing values, of course, so we should not do that. In case there are just few missing values, and you see that if you omit those data, it is not going to create any kind of problem for you, then you can afford to omit those values also. And for that, the simple function is omit dot Na within bracket A1. Now what it will do, wherever the Na value is there, missing value is there, it will remove that complete observation. I have typed it in a reverse way, I feel. It has omitted all the missing values again, just to make it more easy. I just copy this particular command so that we can make a sort of comparison. And I copy it and I Control L, I clear the console. And then I put the value over here. A2 is there, and now I put in another object Na3, which is Na dot omit, and within bracket, of course, it would be A1 only because we are omitting the missing values from there. And now what is A3? We can see it over here, or we can see the dimensions of A3. It would be easy for us to see. Dimensions of A3 are 94, 96. So it has, and what are the dimensions for A2? A2 it is giving null, but A2 means this only. We have just, we need to have the dimensions for A1 over here. So it has removed 6 or 7 more variables, 7 more rows have been removed because of the missing values. And where these missing values are there, we really do not know. And if we put A2 in that particular value, and we will finding that HDRS is there. Okay. If we remove HDRS from A, we are removing, but A is equal to A comma minus, where is HDRS? HDRS is at number 9. So we are removing it. And now we are having just, and we can add um, the, we can use the cbind command for putting the columns over here. That would be, I can use cbind. I have to take care of the columns over here, and I have to go for A. A is here and A2 is here. I am just making, let's say this becomes our variable X, and here I have bound this. And now if I see the names in A, X, we are not having HDRS, but we are having in that particular place A2. And A2 can be renamed very easily. And how will we rename it? Names X, and here, which is, and it is our 16th variable. So I'll be putting 16 over here, is equal to HDRS, and it has to be in the inverted commas. And now if I ask for the names X, now I have HDRS also in this. So in this way, we can add, remove different variables in order to clean data. I hope with this you have understood how to take care of the variable properties and how to take care of duplicates and how to manage the missing values. It is over from my side for today. We'll be continuing with the same topic in the next two lectures on the same data, but in a different way using the packages HMISC and dplyr and tidyverse. In fact, tidyverse is a combination of all these and we'll be using those. Now your questions and clarifications.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, if we done this data cleaning, removal, changing, whether it saves in the main file or this R console only, then
Yes, sir.
how to take this modified file into.
Yes, a very important question. I was expecting this question from someone that it is not modifying your original data. What you have to do is you have to compile again all those values which you have modified and print or export as we did yesterday using export command. Just like here, we started with A1, A, but we have ended with X. And now if we open A command, we won't be finding any kind of modification over there. NA is there, all NAs are there. You can see it from here. There is no problem. It has not modified this particular data at all. But now let's see X. In X also you are seeing that there are missing values. And so we have to write this particular data again in order to make it permanent. And we'll be using it with the help of export command. But for the purpose of analysis, if you see, if we write summary over here, summary of X, it would be different from the summary of Y. It should not have any kind of missing values over here in at least HDRS. Okay, it is not having any missing values. So it is a modified data. And it is not having any kind of serial numbers also. And so it is a modified data. In order to make it permanent, let's do this. Okay, we write dot, we make a CSV file of this X and I type MA. MA means that modified data. Along with that, I have this particular extension. And I click it. Yes, this file is written for me. And if we see this particular file, in this HDRS would be complete. Let's see, it will take some time to open. I'm opening it. And I'll be sharing the modified file with you. Do I have open? Okay, I'll share it with Amit sir, or I'll share this particular, I'll just project this particular file in the console, and you can see. And so whenever you modify data, always write it once again, but it won't be modifying your existing data. I'll share it with Amit sir, and Amit sir can show it to you, because my computer is a bit slow and it takes time in opening, and
Yes, sure, sir, sure, sure.
I had by mistake I had closed WhatsApp, otherwise I could have shared it very easily.
सर मुझे एक चीज समझ में नहीं आ रही, डाटा डुप्लीकेट मतलब डाटा हम करते हैं कलेक्ट तो सेम एज हो सकती है दो पेशेंट की, सेम
बिल्कुल हो सकती है।
सेम बीपी हो सकता है सर, पर
हाँ जी,
और मिसिंग है कि मान लीजिए हमने प्री का किया पर कितना भी मतलब कीन होके करो कुछ ना कुछ मिस हो जाता है कंडीशन वाइज
जी
जो भी, तो वो
जी,
डाटा मिसिंग हो जाता है, पर वो ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए है ना, मेरे को
हाँ
नॉलेज
जी,
है। तो
हाँ
सर
जी,
ठीक है, मिसिंग तो है और डुप्लीकेट भी है, तो मतलब ये हम ये कर क्या रहे हैं, मतलब मिसिंग अगर है तो एनालाइज सही से हो जाए, है ना, हमारी
हाँ
कोशिश
जी।
ये होती है। तो
मिसिंग
सर
डाटा क्या होता है? मिसिंग डाटा इज एक्चुअली ए सॉर्ट ऑफ कोडिंग प्रॉब्लम। कि क्या हुआ कि हम लोग कई बार डाटा जो है कि ठीक से कोड नहीं करते। क्या करते हैं कि ठीक है कि हमारे पास जब 50 या 60 फाइल्स हो जाएंगी, उस समय हम इनकी कोडिंग जो है ना कि मास्टर चार्ट में एंट्री करेंगे। तो उस समय किसी का हमने जो है ना कि डाटा एंट्री किया और उसके बाद फाइल के ऊपर नोट करना भूल गए, और बाई चांस जब दोबारा कोडिंग करने के लिए बैठे तो वही फाइल जो है कि हमने दोबारा से एंट्री कर दी। तो इस तरह से करके हमारे पास डुप्लीकेट आ जाते हैं। और डुप्लीकेट आइडेंटिफिकेशन का जो सबसे आसान तरीका होगा वो ये होगा कि ऑलवेज हैव ए यूनिक आइडेंटिफायर फॉर ईच फाइल, नॉट सीरियल नंबर। सीरियल नंबर अलग हो ही जाएगा, यूनिक आइडेंटिफायर बना लीजिए वो किसी भी तरह से, एंड दैट विल हेल्प यू इन आइडेंटिफाइंग कि विच पर्टिकुलर डाटा इज डुप्लीकेट। तो फर्स्ट स्टेप पे वो हो जाएगा, आप आइडेंटिफाई कर सकेंगे। एट अदर स्टेप you will be finding that ki all values will get repeated, and if that is there, so then it is genuinely a duplicate which needs to be removed. तो इस तरह से duplicate comes by mistake, मिसिंग भी बाय मिस्टेक होता है, और कई बार वैसे भी जो है ना कि जनरली मिसिंग भी होता है कि सम डाटा इज नॉट अवेलेबल, कि वी हैव गॉन टू सम पर्टिकुलर फैमिली and where we have to know the age of the head of the department, head of the family as told by him or as known to him, but he is missing। तो हम क्या करेंगे? हम नहीं लिख सकते वो, तो वो हमारा डाटा मिसिंग हो जाएगा। कभी हम लिखना भूल गए तो मिसिंग हो जाएगा। So in that way, these two problems need to be taken care while we are cleaning. Rather, three things. Key one is the correcting for the uh, variable characteristics or their properties, managing missing values, and managing duplicate if there are any.
सर मिसिंग अगर है तो हमें अपना जो हार्ड कॉपी है उसमें देखना पड़ेगा ना कि क्या मिस है, तो उसको तो डालना पड़ेगा ना सर, यही चीज है ना ये तो।
हार्ड कॉपी में, हार्ड कॉपी से भी मिसिंग हो सकता है, और वाइल टेकिंग इट और इट मे बी जेन्युइनली आल्सो मिसिंग, कि हार्ड कॉपी में भी नहीं है हमारे पास।
ओके सर, तो फिर एनालिसिस कैसे होती है सर, मतलब ये होता है कि 20% मतलब 20% मुझे बोला था स्टेटिस्टिशियन की इतना हो जाएगा कोई दिक्कत है, पर उससे ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए।
हाँ जी,
तो
एंड इट आल्सो डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सैंपल। इफ आवर सैंपल इज रियली वेरी लार्ज, तो हमारे पास जो है ना कि इतना 20% को इतना मैटर नहीं करते हैं। अगर हमारा सैंपल ही बहुत छोटा है जिसमें कि वेरिएबल्स बहुत ज़्यादा हैं, तो 20% भी कई बार ज़्यादा हो जाता है। तो इसलिए वी नीड टू बी वेरी केयरफुल अबाउट द मिसिंग वैल्यूज। 20% और 25% जो आपको फिगर बताई गई है दैट इज करेक्ट। स्टैटिस्टिशियंस यही रिकमेंड करते हैं, but many times it also depends on the type of data and the quantity of data which we have, okay, on the which it will depend upon how to manage these missing values.
पर मुझे सर समझ में मिसिंग वैल्यू की एनालिसिस कैसे हो जाती है, मतलब वो कोई दिक्कत नहीं करता, ये चीज समझ में नहीं आती है मुझे।
Yes, it is very easy। जैसे कि अब आप यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, ये जो कंसोल पे नजर आ रहा है मेडिसिन, देयर इज वन मिसिंग वैल्यू। इसका शैल आई कैलकुलेट मीन? आप देखिए कि इसका किस तरह से हो जाता है। मेडिसिन है और दिस इज इन एक्स। आई जस्ट क्लीन इट, ठीक है। मीन ऑफ एक्स एंड द वेरिएबल नेम इज मेडिसिन। मैंने ये कमांड दी इसको एंड व्हाट इट विल रिटर्न मी, इट विल रिटर्न मी NA की आई कैन नॉट कैलकुलेट बिकॉज देयर इज सम मिसिंग वैल्यू। अब मैं क्या करूंगा कि मैं R को ये एक इंस्ट्रक्शंस दूंगा कि भाई मिसिंग वैल्यूज को निकाल के बाकी का एनालिसिस कर दे। तो वो इस तरह से हो जाएगा। फिर आई विल बी यूजिंग द सेम कमांड बट विद एडिशनल इंस्ट्रक्शंस। ये कमांड मैंने इसको दी कि मीन तो तुम मुझे कैलकुलेट करके दे दो, लेकिन क्या करो आप हमें जो है कि मिसिंग वैल्यूज जो हैं उनको रिमूव करके कैलकुलेशन करो। मैंने ये कमांड इसको दे दी। तो अब ये क्या करेगा, ये कहेगा कि ठीक है कि मिसिंग वैल्यूज मैं साइड पे करता हूँ, जो वैल्यूज अवेलेबल हैं मैं वो कैलकुलेट करके दे देता हूँ एंड दिस इज द वैल्यू विच इज गिविंग इट टू मी। सो दिस इज हाउ। तो जितने भी सॉफ्टवेयर हैं ये सारे के सारे मिसिंग वैल्यूज को साइड पे करते हैं या इग्नोर करते हैं एंड कैलकुलेट इट फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स। मिसिंग वैल्यू इज नेवर कंसिडर्ड इन द एनालिसिस। बाकी कई बार अगर मिसिंग वैल्यूज बहुत ज्यादा होती हैं तो देन इट नीड्स टू बी सीन कि वेदर दीज आर मिसिंग कंप्लीटली एट रैंडम विच इज कॉल्ड MCAR और मिसिंग एट रैंडम MAR और नॉट मिसिंग एट रैंडम, जो कि वो फिर एनालिसिस हमें करना पड़ता है कि अगर जो है कि हमारे पास नॉट मिसिंग एट रैंडम है तो देन it means ki will be data or additional support. Otherwise, missing completely at random, most acceptable. Missing at random, this is also acceptable. But missing not at random, it means कि it is because of human mistake. कि कोई बीच में जो है ना कि फाइल्स ही पूरे का पूरा लॉट ही गायब हो गया। तो ये एनालिसिस भी उसके लिए किया जाता है एंड दैट एनालिसिस इज आल्सो पॉसिबल। लिटिल MCAR एनालिसिस होता है R में, that can be done. Little MCAR वो जो है ना कि केवल मिसिंग वैल्यूज के ऊपर ही अप्लाई होता है एंड इट विल टेल कि वेदर योर मिसिंग वैल्यूज नीड टू बी रिमूव्ड और द डाटा नीड्स टू बी रिकोडेड।
जनरली
सर आर भी वही काम कर रहा है जो SPSS करता है सर।
जी
तो सर दोनों में फिर डिफरेंस क्या, मतलब क्यों हमें आर यूज करना चाहिए स्पेस, मतलब ऐसा है क्या कि आर का ज्यादा बेनिफिट है या
यस, आर का बेनिफिट ज्यादा है। आर का बेनिफिट इस तरह से भी है कि आर जो है कि वन थिंग आर इज फ्री, कोई पैसा नहीं देना पड़ता। और दूसरा इसका जो एडवांटेज है कि इट्स वर्सेटिलिटी, कि आपको SPSS पे ये देखना पड़ेगा कि कौन सा एनालिसिस अवेलेबल है और कोई एनालिसिस अवेलेबल नहीं है, यू कांट डू दैट ऑन SPSS। बट R is so versatile that if some analysis is not available, even then you can develop a code and make analysis of that. तो ये हो जाता है। एंड थर्ड एडवांटेज जो कि अभी मैं आपको जो है ना कि डिमॉन्स्ट्रेट करता हूँ कि R can also be used as easily as SPSS, लेकिन मैं ये आपको बाद में बताना चाहता था, ये मैं आपको अभी बता देता हूँ बिकॉज दिस क्वेश्चन हैज अरोज, तो इट मस्ट बी आंसर्ड। मैं यहाँ पे एक पैकेज जो है ना कि इंस्टॉल करता हूँ एंड यू जस्ट सी कि व्हाट इट डज। ये R कमांडर मैं इसमें जो है ना कि डाउनलोड कर रहा हूँ, इंस्टॉल कर रहा हूँ, RCMDR, and it will work just, and then after installing this R will work just as SPSS works। लेकिन उसमें भी R SPSS की लिमिटेशंस भी आ जाएंगी कि जो एनालिसिस R कमांडर में नहीं है हम वो नहीं कर पाएंगे, बट ऑन R will be able to do that। It just see it is just taking a bit of time। कि विंडो नजर आ रही है कोई एक वाइट कलर की?
यस सर, यस
नहीं,
Yes sir, it's visible.
अब जो है ना कि ये विंडो जो है ना कि आप ये कह लीजिए कि दिस इज अनदर वर्जन ऑफ SPSS, कि आपने यहाँ पे क्या करना है कि अगर आपने कुछ फाइल एंटर करनी है, यहाँ पे आप ये कर लीजिए लोड डाटा सेट। आई एम गोइंग ओवर हियर एंड आई एम जस्ट लोडिंग डाटा सेट फ्रॉम हियर वेरी इजीली। मैंने कुछ नहीं करना है इसमें, एंड द डाटा सेट इज गेटिंग लोडेड ओवर हियर। ये डाटा सेट पूरा लोड हो गया, नजर यहाँ पे आने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। समरी यहाँ पे मैं देखना चाहता हूँ कि क्या करना है इसमें, कि यहाँ पे मैं सारे के सारे वो वैल्यूज भी फिर जो है ना कि देख सकता हूँ। इंपोर्ट फ्रॉम एक्स मैं यहाँ पे करता हूँ। यही ले लेता हूँ, एयर क्वालिटी। It should show me that it is active data set is it is showing over here. यहाँ पे आप इसको जो है ना कि यूज करते हैं तो इट विल बी जस्ट वर्किंग एज, कि मैं यहाँ पे चलो एक इसी का कर देता हूँ। ये जो है कि इट इज नाउ एक्टिव एंड आई एम एबल टू कैलकुलेट समरीज, या कुछ भी करना है, न्यूमेरिकल फ्रीक्वेंसी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, टेबल ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स, ये सारी की सारी चीजें मैं कर सकता हूँ। न्यूमेरिकल समरीज करनी है, आई एम जस्ट कैलकुलेटिंग इट ओवर हियर, कि फैम टाइप HDRS इन सब की करके आई एम जस्ट सिलेक्टिंग दिस ओके, एंड इट इज कैलकुलेटिंग द समरी फॉर मी एज SPSS डज इट। यू कैन सी मीन, SD, IQ सब कुछ इसने मुझे करके दे दिया है, और मैंने इससे कोई किसी तरह की कमांड टाइप नहीं की है, बट इट विल बी डूइंग ओनली दिस मच विच इट इज डिजाइन टू डू। तो ये बिल्कुल SPSS की तरह काम भी करता है। सो R इज हैविंग ट्रिमेंडस एडवांटेज ओवर SPSS। I was interested in telling you this thing only at the end, because if we know it very much early in the time of learning R, then it is equivalent to telling कि एक फर्स्ट क्लास का बच्चा है कि हु इज लर्निंग टेबल्स, और हमने उसको कैलकुलेटर पकड़ा दिया कि हाँ भी कैलकुलेटर से देख के अपने आप टेबल्स बना लें। तो इट इज समथिंग लाइक दैट। ये हमें वो लर्निंग जो है ना कि इसमें नहीं हो पाती है वो ऑफ स्टैटिस्टिक्स, बट इट विल बी डूइंग एवरीथिंग फॉर अस एज SPSS डज। आप इसमें से और भी कोई एनालिसिस करना चाहें वो भी हो जाएगा इसमें। यू वांट टू कैलकुलेट वन वे एनोवा, वो भी हो जाएगा। वन वे एनोवा आप एज का कर लीजिए, ठीक है, एज वर्सेस ग्रुपिंग वेरिएबल जो है ना कि मान लीजिए कि हम डोमिसाइल का ले लेते हैं, और इधर हम ले लेते हैं कि एज का ले लेते हैं। तो इट विल बी जस्ट कैलकुलेटिंग द एनालिसिस ऑफ वेरिएंस आल्सो फॉर मी। कितना टाइम लगा, लेकिन मुझे कितना समझ में आया। दिस इज हैविंग really R is really having advantage, no doubt about that. Or SPSS, it is popular, but one need to pay for that, for the comfort. Or SPSS से learning नहीं, you won't be able to clear your concepts about R जो है कि about statistics.
Definitely. So don't worry. As soon as we are moving in further classes, or have some specialty, and like in data visualization, SPSS have limitations.
Wonderful data visualization. I can show
Yes.
it right now also.
ggplot and plotty and Shiny, these are the most wonderful packages, and provide a wonderful visualization, and SPSS not provide such type of visualization.
Yes, that is not there. On R you can play music also. On R you can create your drawings also, if you are comfortable with that.
Because we are starting from initial, so right? This
you have
this
just talked
program
about
is looking like complicated, but as soon as we're moving further, then at the end we know that R is more wonderful and easy to understand, and you don't remember the code. Once you practice, it automatically remembered. But and in the current scenario, machine learning and AI is enabling, and
yes.
they will provide you all things. But you have to learn that what code actually for what.
Mhm.
This is the basics.
It is just because I have this family type is okay. Just you see what kind of graphs we can make with the XR. We can see this also over here. I just make box plot over here with fam type. It is not key. Okay, I didn't put a dollar sign it over here. At one or the other time something is missing. Now it should work. Again, there is some error. I don't know why this particular error is there. Because maybe that key age is not properly copied or typed. Now you can see that key. I have box plot over here. I can change its colors also. I can change its shape also. And this kind of advantage is not there with it has gone down. It is now showing me the colors, and I can make it look a bit different also, which SPSS doesn't do. No issues. I can ignore this particular warning. It is showing me now different kinds of box plot. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
These kinds of the key, I have not used any complicated graphics as Amit sir is saying ggplot, and I have used very simple which is available in R base, and it can make such a beautiful diagrams for me, and it can also tell ki where I have outliers or where there are distribution problems. It is telling me everything over here, and in case I want to see outliers, because outliers also we need to remove many times. And here I can simply give a command to it over it. I'll copy it over here and I just give a command out over here, and it will give me the outliers also, but it is not having any outlier. So it is really beautiful. It is not having any kind of difficulty. Rather, it is, I feel that R is becoming more and more would become more and more popular with time.
Yes, definitely, sir. And there are lots of packages, as sir said, more than 7,000 packages. And in case of we are doing some complex analysis like survival and meta-analysis, there are different packages that makes more easy to do that type of complex analysis.
I
So,
agree.
yeah, survival and metaphor packages. And for epidemiological research, there are EP tools. We learn because this is the introductory program. So I just our aim is to aware you all the beauty of R and some basic concepts. And as we were moving forward, completing this introductory and then moving towards AI program and other advanced program, then definitely you found that R is better than SPSS without paying any single penny.
Yes, we can do qualitative analysis, sentimental analysis very easy with R.
Yes.
Now, another kind of plot, if you want to see if it has been created. Yes. This is a violin plot or a butterfly plot. We can make
Yes.
it colored also. Only thing is I have to just put some colors in it. And it is very versatile. There is no doubt that R is superior to SPSS.
Yes, definitely, sir. Here we can create our own programs, like what we need to do with
Yes,
our
with the help
research.
of function command, we can do that.
Yes, definitely, sir. If in case we are using same type of analysis many times, then we can create our own functions and programs and save it.
Yes.
And again and again, we just copy and paste and run that command, and our analysis done in a single click. So
Yes.
this is the beauty of R. In SPSS, you have to do everything from the basics again and again. That's the reason before starting the artificial intelligence and ML program, I started R, because I need to deliver SPS and R both programs before AI to
Yes.
aware the basics, at least basics of these two programs, so we can use in AI ready-made codes and programs easily. So this is the main focus.
Okay. SPSS, Jamovi, these cannot help us in machine learning.
Yes, definitely, sir.
But where we have especially pre-processing where we make the discretization of the data, where we try to make it more specific. Those kinds of things are available in R only.
Definitely, sir, definitely. And we are integrate our codes with the other softwares also, like Python and C, C++, SQL, W. You can integrate that code, but in SPSS you can't do that. So this is the best thing also. So
Yes, Jamovi also you
yeah,
can see that they are heavy using the R codes.
yes,
Orange
yes,
is another software which uses the R codes. There are many.
definitely, sir. So if there is any other doubt you can discuss. Already a session is completed, and tomorrow there is no session, and we have time to practice by whatever we have learned till now. So we have time, and the day after tomorrow there is two more sessions with some interesting packages.
Yes, we'll be doing the same functions, but with great ease.
Actually, from day one to today, we are little bit feeling easier, sir. From first model, we thought that it is not possible to understand, but today we are able to understand what you are telling. Maybe tomorrow we
Yes,
can
yes,
practice our work.
definitely,
Thank you
sir.
very much. We aim for that only.
Yeah. Our aim is not to provide expertise everyone in R, but at least knowledge that you can do own research in your field using R, and aware about whatever is going on in current scenario. So
So
because
I
the
have one query.
next year,
Sir,
yeah,
in most of the PG, PhD thesis, we write the data will be analysis with spaces, spaces.
yes,
So can we
yes,
write data analysis with R if we are
yes,
confident?
yes. Why not? Why not?
Because
If
in
you're
our mind, we are seeing data analysis by spaces, so like that, so we are not
As
seen much.
Yes, as sir already discussed in first session, that when you specify that you done data analysis using SPSS, then you have to provide from which SPSS version, and you should have the license version for that, for ethical use. But in R, it's a free, so there is no need to license.
And once you write R, I feel that whosoever is examiner will already become sure that the person is having really a good knowledge of statistics.
Yes,
And your thesis would already be rated 50% plus in order to make a good rating about that.
definitely, sir.
Okay, it creates impression. R and Python, these are the softwares which
Yes,
examiners love to see and use.
definitely, sir.
Okay, this is what I think you can see another graphic over here. I have not used ggplot, but still these kinds of graphics you cannot make with SPSS.
Thank you, sir.
So don't worry, I request you all, please just focus on the concepts, and if you are unable to understand the coding part, then no worry. Everything is available in current scenario, but we should understand the concept that how R is working, what is the mean of packages, how to install that packages. And if the syntax and codes are long, you can found that codes and syntax on the internet freely available in the CRAN projects forums. There are lots of codes and community where you can found that codes also. So just focus on that how R is working and how easy is that. Just it needs some practice only. Just
But tomorrow I would like to share the MS Word sheet also about the commands which we have used, and that will make it a bit easier for you. But do play with R, especially as I am just motivating you to use the package Lubridate and HMS for date functions. You will finding this is a real fun. And in that way, learning R is not at all difficult, but it becomes a very interesting activity like music. Music is very difficult to learn, but once we know it, then it is a treasure forever.
definitely, sir. So I hope everyone enjoyed the session, and the day after tomorrow we will continue the session. We have time tomorrow, so we can practice on the concepts we learned today till now. Thank you so much, sir. Again, the session goes long, and really sorry for that. I take so much time, so I hope I'll enjoy it.
Actually, I am finding it very difficult to manage time whenever. I'm sorry for that.
No, no problem, sir. It's our honor to hear from your expertise again and again. So thank you all. Thank you again. And this is the end of today's session. And next session will be as scheduled time the day after tomorrow on 26th December. So enjoy Christmas. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas to you all. God bless us.
Merry Christmas, sir.